Ash and Gloria now have 7 badges, 6 Pokemon each, and a burning desire to make it to the league. And it's becoming more and more obvious that they may both make it to the league, meaning they might eventually have to battle each other. Previously, the thought of having to battle Ash terrified Gloria. She was banking on Ash hopefully being taken down by another league participant and her not having to face the task of battling him. But now, she's feeling more confident that she might be able to not only battle as his equal, but also beat him. As the duo heads back to Hammerlocke to battle Raihan, they pass through the wild area once more and make sure to do some more training, including max raid battles. After days of successful training, the trainers are convinced that their teams are ready to take on the final gym challenge. Once Ash and Gloria reach Hammerlocke, they head to the gym immediately. The problem is, they're told that Raihan isn't there, so of course they ask where he is. A trainer wearing a themed gym uniform approaches them. He tells them that he's one of Raihan's gym trainers, and he's quite familiar with the two of them. Since Ash and Gloria are so well known in the gym challenge, he offers to tell them where Raihan is if one of them can defeat him in battle. Ash is about to accept the challenge, but Gloria rushes in and throws out a Pokeball before he can even say anything. She sends out Ponyta, while the gym trainer goes with a Sliggoo. Gloria and Ponyta battle intensely, with bystanders praising her Pokemon's power. However, Sliggoo quickly turns things around and gets the upper hand, pelting Ponyta with Dragon Breath attacks. The little horse struggles to her feet, and after a call of encouragement from her trainer, she evolves into Rapidash, much to the shock of everyone. Gloria calls for the newly evolved Pokemon to use Fairy Wind. The now more powerful attack sends Sliggoo flying backward. The gym trainer tries to order a Water Pulse, but Rapidash slices through it with a newly learned Psycho Cut. The wave of psychic energy strikes Sliggoo and knocks it out. Gloria hugs her Pokemon happily and praises her on the evolution and victory. Ash likewise is in awe and congratulates Gloria and Rapidash. The gym trainer keeps his promise and lets Ash and Gloria know that Raihan is at the Hammerlocke Vault, and he directs them to it. The two thank him and make their way over there. Once the duo reaches the vault, they actually run into Sonia. The two are surprised that she's still in the city, considering they'd parted ways from Circhester a while ago by this point. But she explains that she'd been learning so much more about Galar's history just in this one location alone that she's still busy taking notes. Gloria asks what she's discovered, and Sonia directly shows them a set of 4 tapestries, which depict the actual Darkest Day event from years ago. The tapestries show the 2 heroes who saved Galar during this historic Darkest Day as humans. But Sonia also notes the statues from Stow-Inside and wonders about those 2 Pokemon. They must be connected to the 2 heroes of the Darkest Day. But how? Are they one and the same? Were they humans who turned into Pokemon, or vice versa? Ash ponders if the heroes may have been the trainers for the Pokemon shown in the statues. Gloria notes how cool it would be to control such amazing Pokemon. Pikachu then thinks back to the statues of Stow-Inside and notes how familiar they look. He feels like he's seen them somewhere else. He thinks back to it and, of course, those were the Pokemon from the Slumbering Weld. He tries to get Ash's attention, but before he can, Sonia asks Ash and Gloria what they're doing at the vault, and they say that they're actually looking for Raihan. Sonia mentions that he was there earlier, but he's probably back at the gym by now. But Ash and Gloria say that they were just there and Raihan wasn't, and they were in fact told to come here to look for him. Meanwhile, Pikachu gestures wildly at the tapestries and mimics the appearances of Zacian and Zamazenta from the Slumbering Weld. Unfortunately, Ash isn't paying attention. Sonia decides to check her Rotom phone, and of course, it seems Raihan got sidetracked and is currently taking selfies with fans in the middle of the city, posting them on social media. Ash and Gloria become concerned about him leaving again, but Sonia tells them not to worry. When Raihan gets like this, he's usually preoccupied for a while, so it's unlikely he'll be gone anytime soon. The duo quickly runs off, with Pikachu lagging behind. With no other choice, he dashes off after the trainers, unable to tell Ash what he wanted to say. The kids rush all the way to the center of the city and see Raihan surrounded by fans, who he's still taking pictures with. They call out to him, and upon seeing Ash and Gloria, shockingly, many of the fans surrounding Raihan run over to the kids. Many of them claim to be their fans, who've been watching their gym challenges from the beginning. Ash and Gloria are taken aback, as this crowd is far larger than the group who surrounded them in Circhester, and this actually makes Raihan a bit annoyed. As such, he rushes over to the crowd and asks Ash and Gloria if they're there to challenge him, which of course they are. The only problem is that both Ash and Gloria want to be the first to battle Raihan, to the point that they actually begin to argue about it. The fans around them even start pleading for Raihan to choose their favorite competitor first. Gloria fans want to see which Pokemon she'll use, while Ash fans want to see some new unpredictable strategies from him. The argument continues amongst the entire crowd and is starting to become annoying. Raihan, however, comes up with a new idea. In order to satisfy everyone, he offers to battle Ash and Gloria at the same time. This shocks the two, but Raihan explains that he prefers double battles for his gym, so this would be perfect for him. Plus, having two of the most popular gym challengers battle him at once would be amazing for his social media. He allows them to bring 2 Pokemon each, while he will use 4, and asks if this would work for them. Of course, Ash and Gloria agree to the terms, thinking it would be great to team up for a gym battle for a change. Inwardly, Gloria feels that battling alongside Ash will be the true test to see if she's grown to his level. She's grateful that Raihan came up with the suggestion. With both challengers and the crowd in agreement, everyone heads into the stadium. Ash and Gloria change into their gym uniforms and unite backstage. Ash asks Gloria if she's ready, and she replies that she's more than ready. She's actually excited to battle with him as a teammate. And Ash tells her that he feels the same. Ash isn't too nervous about battling with Gloria. In fact, he has a bit of confidence. After all, they battled together well against Clara and Avery on the Isle of Armor, so he's sure that they'll be able to use that same experience to be able to handle Raihan just the same. Internally, Ash is eager to see Gloria's battling up close. He feels that they're both in the same situation, as she's also been having a lot of tough battles, mainly the ones against Melanie and Marnie, battles where she became overwhelmed and needed to make changes in the middle of battle in order to win. This gives him a bit more confidence, as he'd been a bit concerned lately about how this final gym battle would be, but now he feels like he and Gloria are destined to win. After all, they have the perfect synergy and teamwork. As they walk out to the pitch, they discuss a plan, which Pokemon they want to use, and how they think Raihan will battle. From what research Gloria has done, she knows that Raihan is an expert at double battles, and also likes to use the weather to his Pokemon's advantage, so they'll need to be prepared for that. With all that said, Ash feels like he knows exactly which Pokemon he wants to use, and Gloria feels the same. The duo steps out onto the battlefield, and Raihan is directly across from them, taking selfies as he walks. The crowd roars out cheers for all 3 trainers, and it seems everyone is hyped for the match. Many people have pulled out their Rotom phones to record, though Raihan's has the clearest and best view of the battle, of course. The Rotom drone flies out to the field and states that the battle can begin. Raihan tells Ash and Gloria that he's thrilled to be taking them on at the same time and expects an amazing battle. Ash likewise says that he's heard about Raihan and is sure this will be intense. Gloria adds that she's been waiting for this battle for a while and that she's sure she and Ash will win. Internally, Gloria reminds herself to keep an eye on Ash's Pokemon as well, monitor the way they attack, defend, speed at which they respond to his call, everything. This will help her out, not only in this battle, but the league. The gym leader smirks and sends out his Gigalith and Flygon onto the battlefield. Ash sends out Dracovish, and Gloria brings in Alchemy. Gigalith's Sandstream immediately whips up a Sandstorm, which hurts Ash and Gloria's Pokemon right off the bat, blocking their vision. Raihan's Pokemon are of course unfazed. Naturally, Ash and Gloria want to end the battle as soon as possible, so their Pokemon don't take too much damage from the Sandstorm. Dracovish roars loudly at the opposing Pokemon, snarling at each of them. The fish monster kicks up dirt in an effort to intimidate the other 2 Pokemon. Alchemy sees how intense Dracovish is acting and tries to put on a scary front as well, though she just looks more cute than anything. Raihan and his Pokemon are not intimidated, and he starts off with a Stealth Rock from Gigalith, while Flygon goes in for a Breaking Swipe. Gigalith sends the Stealth Rock into the air, which makes Ash and Gloria uneasy right off the bat, knowing that switching Pokemon will now ensure injury. Meanwhile, Flygon flies in for its attack, but Gloria was prepared for this. She has Alchemy use Misty Terrain, which weakens the power of Dragon-type moves, so Dracovish doesn't take as much damage from Flygon's Breaking Swipe, which he even manages to slightly block by biting the opponent's tail. A small red flash is just barely noticeable when this happens. Raihan comments that it was smart of them to weaken the power of his Pokemon's attacks, but notes that they're also weakening any Dragon-type moves from Dracovish. Ash and Gloria look to each other and nod, with Ash stating that Dracovish doesn't need to use Dragon-type moves to win. He commands an Ice Fang onto the now close-up Flygon. The attack only manages to hit one of Flygon's wings, but still naturally does a lot of damage. Alchemy follows it up with a Dazzling Gleam, which does successfully hit Flygon for even more damage. Raihan can see where this is going and commands a Sand Tomb onto Dracovish, trapping him in a vortex of sand. This infuriates the Pokemon, but no matter what he does, he's unable to escape the trap. Raihan then has Flygon use Steel Wing onto Alchemy, which she's far too slow to dodge, and it hits her hard. The kids call out to their Pokemon to ensure that they're okay. Dracovish roars angrily in a fury, while Alchemy struggles to get back up. Ash and Gloria can tell that their Pokemon are stressed, but decide to not let Raihan break apart their teamwork. Gloria orders an Attract onto Gigalith, and the attack lands, making the Pokemon less willing to attack. This allows Gloria to order a Dazzling Gleam onto the rock monster. Raihan orders for it to intercept the attack with Rock Blast, but it remains infatuated and takes the hard hit. Meanwhile, Dracovish is still trapped. Ash tells him to push through with all of his might, and out of nowhere, a bright light bursts out of the Sand Tomb. No one is able to see it, but Raihan's Rotom phone gets a brief, blurry glimpse of Dracovish, whose stomach spikes are glowing, something which had never been seen before. The Pokemon rushes forward, and he manages to successfully break out of the Sand Tomb, but just as soon as it began, the red energy waves are gone from his body, only just being barely able to be seen by Ash and Gloria as he exits the Sand Tomb. Ash and Gloria have no clue what happened, but there's no time to think about it now. Gloria commands Alchemy to use Decorate onto Dracovish, raising his attack power. Ash then orders a Fishious Rend. The Pokemon rushes over at a speed even Ash has never seen before. He dashes straight through the sandstorm with no issues and hits Gigalith with the powerful attack. Gigalith is hit hard, but remains standing. He then fires a Rock Blast at close range, which throws Dracovish back, launching it into the air, back to his side of the field. Alchemy sees this, and in concern, she moves as fast as she can towards Dracovish, which really isn't all too fast, but she tries, wanting to try to catch it. Dracovish lands on top of her, and unfortunately, this impact actually knocks Alchemy out. As a little cream puff is deemed unable to battle, Dracovish becomes enraged. He feels incredibly guilty over being the reason that Alchemy got knocked out. He thinks back to what Sirfetch'd told him. He's supposed to be a good comrade for the team, but instead he failed his partner and put her out of the battle. From here, he decides to go after his opponents with a vengeance. And the red spikes in his stomach begin glowing again for a split second, something which Ash really notices this time. Gloria recalls Alchemy, thanking her for the efforts, and brings in her newly evolved Rapidash next. She immediately gets hurt by the Stealth Rocks, causing her to topple over right away. Ash uses Dracovish's anger as motivation to win this battle, and he orders a Dragon Rush. Raihan comments that the attack won't do much, thanks to the misty terrain that Gloria had set up, meaning she actually ended up assisting Raihan. But Raihan seems to have underestimated Dracovish's elevated power through its rage. As Dracovish jumps up to collide at Flygon, his spikes glow red again, and when the attack lands, he seems to slam into Flygon at full power, as if the misty terrain weren't even there. He winds up defeating the opponent's Pokemon, and the misty terrain fades immediately after. The sandstorm also fades out. Raihan waves off the defeat, remarking that Flygon's loss was just luck, attributing the win to the fact that the terrain was just about to end at that time. Dracovish, however, is very proud of its win, believing that it successfully avenged Alchemy. He wails loudly in glee. Ash, on the other hand, is confused about what happened to Dracovish's spikes, though there's not much time to think on it in this time. Raihan then sends out his Sandaconda as his next Pokemon. Gloria commands Rapidash to use Psycho Cut on Gigalith, an attack which he counters with Rock Blast. Meanwhile, Ash commands Fishious Rend onto Sandaconda, but Ash has Sandaconda block the attack with Protect. Gloria has Rapidash charge into Gigalith with another one of her newest moves, Play Rough. Raihan tries to have Gigalith trap Rapidash with Sand Tomb, but with her new stronger legs, she leaps into the air to avoid it and slams into Gigalith, successfully taking the rock type down. But Raihan doesn't let this distract him, and he has Sandaconda then hit Earth Power to deal another hard hit to Dracovish. With two Pokemon down, Raihan is now forced to send out his strongest Pokemon, his Duraludon. Ash and Gloria have heard about this Pokemon's power and have seen it on TV, so they're a bit intimidated, but stay vigilant. Raihan orders a Breaking Swipe onto Dracovish, and Ash counters with Fishious Rend, with Dracovish's attack doing a bit more damage as he still has the attack boost from Alchemy. But at this point, Dracovish has become exhausted, so follow-up Iron Head from Duraludon takes him down. Ash recalls the Pokemon, praising it for doing so well. He looks at Pikachu on his shoulder, asking if he's ready to go. The little electric mouse nods and jumps onto the battlefield, getting hit with stealth rocks upon entering. The crowd is in awe by Ash's choice, going with a Pokemon who has a huge disadvantage against his opponents. Ash declares that he wants to win this battle with his partner, so he's not worried. He commands Pikachu to use Quick Attack against Sandaconda. The attack hits hard, but unfortunately, it also does something else. Brings up a new Sandstorm. Ash and Gloria are stunned, as Raihan states that Sandaconda's Sandspit ability can create a Sandstorm if it takes a physical hit. Raihan also has Sandaconda use a Fire Fang on Pikachu, which successfully hits. But Sandaconda also gets affected by Pikachu's own ability, becoming paralyzed by Static. Duraludon next goes in for a Stone Edge, directed at Rapidash, which she does her best to dodge with her new speed. Gloria then has Rapidash go for Mega Horn against Sandaconda, which it simply protects against. But it seems this was all part of their plan, as with the snake preoccupied, Pikachu can launch a Thunderbolt at Duraludon, which successfully hits the dragon, though not for much damage. The crowd cheers over seeing the cool strategy. Seeing the two top trainers in the gym challenge battling together is a thrill. Raihan becomes frustrated, but has Duraludon hit Pikachu with Body Press, which does major damage to the tiny mouse. But Duraludon also winds up becoming paralyzed. Gloria takes this opportunity to have Rapidash use Heal Pulse on Pikachu, healing him for most of the battle's damages. But Raihan sees this and decides that he needs to put a stop to it immediately. He commands Duraludon to aim Iron Head at Rapidash. Duraludon charges in for the attack, but he's much slower now that he's paralyzed. Ash has Pikachu use Electroweb to bring Duraludon to a halt. This allows Rapidash to hit it with Psycho Cut, while Duraludon is helpless to fight back. The double attack does decent damage, though Duraludon resists them well due to its typing. Raihan commands Sandaconda to use Glare on Rapidash, an attack which paralyzes her as well, leaving Pikachu as the only non-paralyzed Pokemon on the field. Ash orders an Iron Tail from Pikachu onto Sandaconda, which Raihan tries to block with Protect. Unfortunately for him, it is at that moment that Sandaconda becomes fully paralyzed and unable to execute the attack, meaning he takes the full brunt of Pikachu's attack at full force and gets knocked out. This means that the match is now 2 against 1, with Ash and Gloria having the advantage. But Raihan doesn't seem too stressed about being outnumbered. Raihan returns his fainted Sandaconda, while thinking to himself that Pikachu and Rapidash must be on the verge of fainting by now. All of that Sandstorm damage has been wearing them down for the majority of the fight. Now it's time to strike. Ash can instantly tell what Raihan is thinking and races up his Dynamax band as Raihan does the same. The gym leader recalls his Duraludon and Gigantamaxes it. Meanwhile, Pikachu absorbs the energy from the Power Spot and Ash's Dynamax band and grows large as well. Only this time, he looks different. It seems that the Max Soup Pikachu ate on the Isle of Armor actually worked for him, and he achieves his Gigantamax form. The audience roars, and Ash and Gloria are both surprised to see this new form from Pikachu, as neither knew what to expect for his Gigantamax form, or if he would even have one after eating the Max Soup. Ash thinks that he looks awesome. He asks Pikachu if he's ready, and the Pokemon's cheeks spark in delight. Raihan is impressed, and feels honored. Ash hasn't Dynamaxed Pikachu in a gym battle since Nissa, so he's thrilled to know that a top trainer's strongest Gigantamax Pokemon is appearing for the first time in his gym battle. He makes sure his Rotom phone snaps tons of pictures, and that the drone films plenty of footage of Pikachu. After he's sure that he's gotten enough pictures, he commands Max Steel Spike, while Ash commands the same Max move, and the attacks wind up colliding. But in the end, Duraludon pushes through to hit Pikachu for some decent damage. Gloria commands another Heal Pulse to further assist Pikachu. Raihan at this point isn't sure what to do. Attack Pikachu and just allow Rapidash to continue to heal him, or aim an attack for Rapidash which Pikachu could block in his Gigantamax form. Or it could simply give him the freedom to attack while Duraludon aims for the other target. He decides that Rapidash is ultimately the less important target, as her attacks overall can't do much due to her typing, versus Duraludon's. So if Pikachu goes down and she has no one left to heal, she'll be unable to do anything. So Raihan orders a G-Max depletion against Pikachu, and the attack lands hard, knocking the giant Pikachu back, though he maintains his footing. Thankfully, he was healed just enough that he is able to stand strong and land a G-Max Volt Crash, which, while not very effective, does a decent amount of damage. To keep playing it safe, Gloria has Rapidash use another Heal Pulse. Raihan knows that the last attack is everything, and he orders a Max Rockfall to crush Pikachu and Rapidash. Ash decides to counter with another Max Steel Spike, while Gloria orders Psycho Cut, and the combination of attacks winds up shattering the giant rock, and boosting both his and Rapidash's defenses. That said, some of the rock fragments fly out, and some do damage to Pikachu and especially Rapidash, who isn't quick enough to avoid them all. After this, the Gigantamax wears off for Pikachu and Duraludon, and all Pokemon on the field are looking weak. But Raihan isn't done yet. He orders an Iron Head on Rapidash. She tries to counter it with Mega Horn, but it fails, and she takes a hard hit. Ash has Pikachu use Electro Web to trap Duraludon. Raihan orders him to dodge, but he becomes halted by paralysis, and the attack holds him in place. Time for the final strike. Gloria commands a Play Rough, and Ash orders a Thunderbolt. Raihan orders Duraludon to break free with Breaking Swipe, which he is able to do, but he's now far slower than ever before, and is basically unable to move. Due to the Electro Webs and the paralysis, by the time he's destroyed the webbing, Pikachu and Rapidash's attacks land. So after getting hit with 10,000 volts of electricity, and then slammed into by Rapidash, Duraludon is propelled into the air before crashing onto the ground, unconscious. With this, the result is clear. Ash and Gloria have taken down Raihan and earned their final badges. The trainers cheer happily and celebrate with a high five, and the audience roars in glee. Raihan sighs as he recalls Duraludon, but he quickly congratulates Ash and Gloria on their victory. He awards them their dragon badges, telling them that the battle was amazing. Both of them have proven their worth, and he has no doubt that both of them have the capabilities to take on Leon. Ash and Gloria thank him for the battle, with Ash saying that it was an amazing experience. Gloria even adds that there were some points where she thought they may lose. Nevertheless, she was glad to have this experience, battling alongside Ash. Raihan then makes sure to take a selfie with Ash, Gloria, and their Pokemon, as the crowd cheers loudly. Ash and Gloria have now done it. They've got 8 badges, and are now eligible to compete in the league. Once they exit the gym, the two are at the Pokemon Center, resting, and Gloria comments on how great their battle was. Ash compliments Gloria's strategies, especially how she used her defense to give them the upper hand offensively. Gloria also mentions that both of Ash's Pokemon were impressive, especially Pikachu's Gigantamax. As the two continue to talk, Gloria brings up an important fact, something that she has had on her mind for a while now, something that she was fully aware of, but never came to truly accept until now. Ash, we're going to be entering the league together, but this time we'll be competing as rivals. Hello everyone, I know what you guys are thinking. This video is extremely short, what's going on? Sorry for that, but the only thing I really planned for this video was the Raihan battle. I tried to make it a bit longer than normal since it was like a tag battle with Ash and Gloria together, but even still, I know this video is still super short compared to the other parts, because honestly speaking, next time we're going to be getting into the league, and those future parts are going to be much longer probably, or at the very least rivaling the longest parts of our earlier videos. And I didn't really want to mush too much together. I really wanted to just do the final gym battle on its own, and then move on to the final part, or the next, I guess, era of the series, which is going to be the league. So those videos I plan to be much longer to make up for this one being super short. But I wanted to include this part in the video here to say that this series might be taking a little bit of a pause, because I am in the progress of writing some things for the story, but there are a few things where I've, paused and taken a break from some things where I'm typing other elements that are happening later, and I need to go back and finish earlier aspects. So for that reason, we're going to be, I'm not going to say, putting the series on hiatus or anything, but I'm going to be taking a little bit of a pause more than normal. So instead of the next video coming out next month, it might be, 2 months from now, while I try to type up everything I need to for the next upcoming battles that we're going to be getting into for the league. And there's going to be quite a lot, and I want these battles to be really detailed, so they're going to be probably much longer than all previous battles have been, which probably sounds like a bit much, but like I said, this is the league, guys. I want to put my full passion into this. This is the Galar regions. The league is the most important thing. This is going to be something totally different from all leagues before. Well, probably not for us, because of, the anime was always pretty intense with the leagues. But long story short, I'm just going to be taking a little bit of a break for this series so I can just fully type out all the battles and give you guys some much needed, really good content for the future things to come. But don't worry, for all of you guys already know I have other series that I have on this channel, so while this one won't be coming out, on its regular schedule, we will have other things happening. And of course, you guys know that once the series is back, it'll be of the most pristine quality, and we will have some amazing things to look forward to. And also, don't forget, we also have the Darkest Day. And not to be too spoilery, but I don't want to brag, but I'm really liking the way the Darkest Day is happening in my script. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I hope you do, at least, because I've really enjoyed writing it. And I hope you guys will like it once we get to that. But for now, we're going to be just focusing on the league. So again, I just wanted to put out this message here to let you guys know and apologize for this very, very short part, but to let you know that the reason for it is because I am working on some really, really great battles coming in for the league. And I really hope you guys will look forward to them. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this part, even though it was really, really short. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what you thought of the, element of Ash and Gloria battling Raihan together. Did you like it? Did you not? Would you have preferred 2 separate battles? If not, if so, I apologize. I just thought it would be interesting to have Ash and Gloria do their final battle together. And, yeah, it works with Raihan's, double battle thing. But I'm not going to lie, I kind of got a bit tired of typing all these gym battles. So I thought, one final gym battle might be good, especially since I have way more coming up for the league. So you guys let me know what you thought. Overall, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for enjoying the first big chunk of the series for the gym challenge. And I will see you guys later on as we move forward to the league. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all then. Thank you, and have a nice day.